Quý vị và các bạn thân mến, chúng ta đang đến với nhà thi đấu Tân Bình tại thành phố Hồ Chí Minh để theo dõi trận đấu trong khuôn khổ giải bóng rổ nhà nghề Đông Nam Á ABL mùa giải 2013 giữa đội chủ nhà Saigon và đối thủ đến từ Singapore, đó là Singapore Slingers. Ở trên màn nhỏ của chúng ta lúc này đó là đội hình ra sân của Saigon ở trong trận đấu ngày hôm nay. Trong đội hình ra sân của Saigon đã có sự xuất hiện của hai gương mặt mới, đó là số 1 Gonzalez Norman và cầu thủ mang số 73 là Justin Howard. Còn đây là đội hình xuất phát của Singapore Slingers. Ở trong phần ra sân của Singapore Slingers có sự xuất hiện của một cầu thủ cũ của Saigon, đó là cầu thủ mang áo số 15 Philip Morrison. Ở trên mảnh của chúng ta lúc này đó là huấn luyện viên Neo Beng Seang của Slingers cùng với các cầu thủ đến từ Singapore. Còn đây là đội bóng Saigon, đội chủ nhà. Và lúc này thì tình hình của Saigon ở trên bảng xếp hạng của giải bóng rổ nhà nghề Đông Nam Á là không khả quan, khi trong số 6 đội thi đấu ở giải năm nay, Saigon đang đứng ở vị trí cuối cùng. Sau 17 trận đấu họ mới chỉ thắng có 3 trận và để thua đến 14 trận. Trong đó có một chuỗi 13 trận thua liên tiếp. Ở trên bảng chúng ta vừa rồi đó là cầu thủ mang áo số 73 của Saigon, Justin Howard, tân binh của đội bóng chủ nhà. Như vậy là hiệp 1 của trận đấu đã được bắt đầu. Reyes kiểm soát bóng biên cho Saigon. Trong thời gian vừa qua thì đội chủ nhà Saigon đã phải trải qua một cơn bão chấn thương khi rất nhiều những cầu thủ chủ lực của họ đã gặp phải chấn thương, không thể thi đấu. Và ném bóng từ xa chính xác của Reyes đã giúp cho đội chủ nhà có được 3 điểm đầu tiên ở trong trận đấu này. John Jennings quyền kiểm soát biên cho các cầu thủ Slingers. Ra sát zone Jennings. Đã hết 24 giây mà không có một quả ném rổ nào được thực hiện. Quyền có sẽ bóng trở về với đội chủ nhà. Reyes. Pha đột phá của Reyes. Justin Howard. 2 điểm nữa cho Saigon Heat. Điểm số đã được nâng lên thành 5-0. Hai điểm cho các cầu thủ Slingers và họ sẽ có được thêm một quả ném phạt. Đó là pha ném bóng của cầu thủ mang áo số 21, cầu thủ người Mỹ bên phía Slingers, Donald Singleton. Quả ném phạt không thành công. Các cầu thủ Heat đã giành lại được quyền kiểm soát bóng. Do chấn thương mà những cầu thủ rất quan trọng của Heat như là Dion và tân binh mới vừa chuyển đến đội bóng này, đó là anh Vergara, đã không thể tiếp tục thi đấu. Chính vậy mà Heat đã được quyền bổ sung cầu thủ ở trong giai đoạn cuối cùng của mùa giải này. Một pha vào không tốt của các cầu thủ Heat. Ra sát zone Jennings không ghi được điểm, nhưng cuối cùng thì Jennings cũng đã giúp cho Slingers có thêm được 2 điểm nữa. Một pha vào không tốt giữa các cầu thủ Heat. Quyền kiểm soát biên trở về với Saigon Slingers. Philip Morrison. Capatu. Phản bóng chính xác. 2 điểm nữa cho đội bóng đến từ Singapore. Lúc này thì Singapore Slingers đã vươn lên đến trước và điểm số là 6-5. Reyes. Pha lên đổ không thành công của Reyes khi mà Singleton đã có một pha can thiệp rất tốt. Pha phối hợp không tốt giữa các cầu thủ Heat khi mà David Palmer đã không chú ý để đó đường truyền của đồng đội. Capatu. David Palmer đã đoạt bóng, nhưng sau đó thì Rashad Johnson đã là người chạy bóng cuối cùng trước khi bóng đi hết đường biên. Kiểm soát biên cho Saigon Heat. David Palmer. Norman Gonzalez. Reyes. Pha đá bóng của Gonzalez. 2 điểm nữa cho đội chủ nhà. Một pha xoay trở rồi ném bóng rất tốt của Norman Gonzalez. Nhưng ngay lập tức thì chúng ta thấy Slingers cũng đã đáp trả với pha ném bóng chính xác của Rashad Jennings. David Palmer. Pha bóng không tốt của Palmer. Pha tấn công của các cầu thủ Slingers. Một pha ghi điểm dễ dàng của Singleton. Sumarinov. Justin Howard. Bóng đã dội rổ nhưng Palmer đã cứu được bóng. Và pha đổ thành công của David Palmer đã giúp cho đội chủ nhà rút ngắn điểm số xuống còn 19. Và phạm lỗi của các cầu thủ Slingers, đó là tình huống phạm lỗi của số 2 Oweji. Lúc này thì khoảng cách điểm số giải độ đang là 3 điểm và đây là còi ném phạt cho Philip Morrison. Bóng đã vào rổ. Quả phạt đầu tiên Philip Morrison đã đưa bóng vào rổ rất gọn gàng. Quả ném phạt thứ hai Morrison cũng đưa được bóng vào rổ rất gọn gàng và điểm số này đã là 14-9 nghiêng về phía Singapore Slingers. Dài Reyes. Một pha lên rổ không thành công của Reyes khi mà các cầu thủ Slingers đã phòng ngự rất tốt. Philip Morrison bắn bóng từ xa chính xác. Lúc này thì huấn luyện viên của Saigon đã phải xin sử dụng quyền hủy. Pha bóng vừa rồi của Philip Morrison chỉ ghi được 2 điểm mà thôi. Điểm số đang là 16-9. Khoảng cách giải độ đã là 7 điểm nghiêng về phía
Welcome back to Tan Binh Stadium in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. The Singapore Slingers have got on to an absolutely hot start, shooting 7 for 11 from the field, 64% mark, Benny.
That's a pretty good shooting percentage. You know what? They've gotten Saigon Heat out of their game right now. They're doing the transition game. They're doing the big man game. If you look at the Saigon Heat, they're a little confused on what to do on the offense. So let's see if they can get themselves together in the second part of this first half and score some points. Jai Reyes can't penetrate. You can't have the big men outside shooting, missing, and then leaving the rebound for Rashad Jennings and Rashad Jones Jennings.
Sumalinog rejected by Singleton. Goodness gracious me.
Oh my goodness, he made him look like Camp Home Chicken.
But Justin Howard, the Heat recover the ball, and Justin Howard scores inside. So the Singapore Slingers, their clear defensive scheme is to get the ball out of Jai Reyes' hands, so the Heat will need another player to initiate the offense. Morrison here. A little confusion up top. Jones Jennings switches it up to Volkov. Time running out, 2 seconds. Volkov barely is able to draw iron. And here comes Reyes down the floor with the crossover. Beautiful move. All the way down the key. No one comes to the block side. And Jai Reyes finishes the best of them.
Now you see what happened there, Darren. Rashad Singleton was right there ready to block Jai Reyes. But Justin Howard was there to give him a block out so Jai Reyes would have a clear path. Kids, if you're watching from home, pay attention to how that play went down. That's how you play basketball.
Great team play from the Saigon Heat. They've gone on a 4-0 run here. Howard grabs the board from out of the sky. And here comes Chris Sumalinog, who they really need to penetrate and create for the Saigon Heat. Ooh, a beautiful give-and-go play. Sumalinog takes it for the layup. That's a 6-0 run for the Saigon Heat. And coach Neo Beng Xiang calls a timeout for the Slingers.
Fundamental ABC. Look at that pass. He just basically was posted up. Someone could have slid from around the back. Open layup. That's how you should play your weekend pickup basketball, Darren.
That's right. Set some picks for each other, and that's what the Saigon Heat have done, and they've scored 2 easy layups with nobody, actually 3 layups in a row, without any defense whatsoever from the Slingers. So the Saigon Heat are down 15-16 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Stay tuned. Here we are in Ho Chi Minh City, the Saigon Heat taking on the Singapore Slingers. Some activities for the fans going on right now. They make shots, they win money.
Yes, they do. And this is a fun game they've got here in Ho Chi Minh City. Couple $1 million on the line. Exchange rate about 20,000 FY.
That's right. So the Singapore Slingers cannot afford to let down their guard against this scrappy Saigon Heat team. They're only up by 1 point here in the first quarter with 3 minutes left to go. Darren Joe, along with Benny Tran, commentating for you right here on the ABL live stream. Slingers being very patient with their offense, passing 2 or 3 times each possession. Volkov has a wide open look from outside and isn't even close. Singleton cannot hang on to that offensive rebound.
And it seems like the Singapore Slingers are not making their shots at the moment, and the Saigon Heat are taking advantage of it.
Meanwhile, Tun Trung has checked in the game and unfortunately commits a turnover, looking to pass it to Jairé. So Tun Trung, the heart and soul of the Saigon Heat team with his effort on defense and hustle plays, comes up with his first turnover. Ooh, and a bad entry pass from Jones Jennings as Reyes pushes it up the court. Oh, and Jones Jennings with an incredible hustle steal there, gets the ball back and slam dunk, throws it down. The big man is rewarded for his hustle.
That's what I call coast to coast there, Darren. He stole the ball, slammed into the commentator's table, ran down the front of the left side, got the ball, and slammed it, jamming it home.
Whatever.
He made Rashad Jennings look like a big carpool chicken. I mean, he just went up there and threw it in his face and said, you know what, I can do better than that. That is a play of the season. Woo!
And Palmer gets the rebound back. That might have been the dunk of the year, Benny. Oh no, and let's hope that Santiago Cabatu isn't injured on the play. Looks like he might have pulled his groin trying to cover Justin Howard. As we watch the replay.
He was trying to save the ball.
No, excuse me, Benny. Justin Howard threw that ball and it hit an unfortunate part of JJ Kabatu's body.
Yes, and I think the whole crowd went silent when they heard the sound of the ball go to that special part. It must have hurt really bad.
So I don't think Justin Howard really meant to do that.
No, he didn't. I mean, it was a good play, Justin Howard's part, trying to save the ball. He just couldn't control the ball from the long pass, but, you know, it's a game of basketball, trying to make a good play. I think everyone is okay, so game on.
Game on, and we just saw 2 amazing throwdowns in a row. The Saigon Heat have moved to a full court press against the Slingers, giving them a taste of their own medicine. Slingers beat the press, get it into Rashad Jones Jennings. Gives it out to Wu Ching Ne, who has checked into the game for the Slingers. Singleton with a turnaround jumper, no good. Reyes with the rebound. Oh no, and Reyes did not see Jones Jennings coming from behind him, and that's been a problem with Jai Reyes this season. Slingers slow it down, try to get into the groove. 50 seconds left in this first quarter. Jones Jennings with a nice, strong big man move. Cannot connect, and neither can his front court mate Singleton on the follow-up. And there's another turnover from the Saigon Heat. Benny, what is going on?
They're just not awake. I don't know what's going on. I mean, you know, they just turned the ball over. They're making a lot of unforced errors on their own right now and not paying attention. And you know what? They're lucky to be down by one.
Wu Qingde with a nice move, trying to get the 2 for 1, and the Singapore Slingers will settle for the last shot of this first quarter. So Morrison against his old teammate, Tu Trung. I'm sure these two had a few battles in practice, and Trung, overly aggressive on defense, gets the foul on Morrison.
There's only a difference of 1 second on the shot clock and the game clock, but now it's going to be reset, 14. Not a good play by the Saigon Heat, Darren.
Yeah. So the Slingers have 6 seconds left. Morrison penetrates to an open. Mitchell Volkov cannot connect. Oh no. And Justin Howard has to be aware of the time here and take a shot. But after the first quarter, Singapore Slingers are up 18-17 over the Saigon Heat. Stay tuned for second quarter action at Tan Binh Stadium just after this. Welcome back, ABL fans. Your ABL commentators, Darren Joe, along with Benny Tran here at Tan Binh Stadium. So we're about to get set for second quarter action here. The Saigon Heat turned the ball over way too many times in that first quarter.
I know, you're looking at 8 turnovers. More than half of them turned into fast break points for the Singapore Slingers. If that was not the case, the Saigon Heat would be ahead right now.
The Saigon Heat shooting 50% in that first quarter and dominating the rebound count 14-8 against the Singapore Slingers. So in this second quarter, we have Morrison at point guard, Jones Jennings, Desmond O, Singleton, and Wu Qingde starting for the Slingers. For the Heat, David Palmer, who has the ball, takes it all the way down the floor, cannot convert, is in the game with Norman Gonzalez, Justin Howard, Jai Reyes, and Chris Sumalinog. And we have a player down.
Yeah, it seems like he took the brunt of David Palmer's drive. There was no call on the play, so I think it was a good play on both sides. But it seems like he's hurting right now.
As we watch the replay, Wu Qingde from the Slingers trying to take the charge and just took a hard shot, and he is in a lot of pain. His right leg, Benny, seems to be hurting really badly.
It seems like it's like the right side of his thigh, so I don't think there's anything to do with his knee. So that, number one, is a good sign. and it's a muscle tissue thing. So let's pray that he can get back on his feet and come back into the game a little bit. Hopefully, just a little Charlie horse or something like that.
Yeah, and we're reminded, Benny, that in this ABL, there are some big guys in this league. I mean, you're looking at 4 of the biggest guys: Justin Howard, David Palmer, Rashad Singleton, and Jones Jennings. And when they are coming down the lane at full force, you got to be a real man to be willing to get in front of their way.
And Chengdu was a real man at that point. He took the brunt of that, and we have to give him props for actually standing there trying to take the charge. Unfortunately, nothing was called then.
Desmond misses the long 2-point shot. The Slingers get the offensive rebound, and Jones Jennings, with a nice little pivot move, can't convert, gets his own rebound, goes up again, misses another layup. Jones Jennings with his second offensive rebound. He's like Moses Malone out there, piling up his rebound count, Benny.
My goodness, Rashad Jennings collected 3 rebounds in that one set, but could not connect. He's got to make those shots. Make sure the Slingers stay up on this game.
Jones Jennings, of course, leads the ABL in rebounding with 15 rebounds a game. Saigon Heat trying to get it into Norman Gonzalez. Reyes with an absolutely wild shot. Goes in and out. That ball is halfway down, but just did not fall for Jai Reyes.
Yeah, he got a clip of the foot by another Singapore Slinger player right there.
And Morrison with another aggressive move. And the referees call a very questionable foul against Chris Sumalinog. As we watch the replay, watch Morrison with a little stutter step dribble. Gets by Chris Sumalinog and
I think that's a good call by the ref right there. Sumalinog was moving while Philip Morrison went up in the air and disrupted the path to the basket.
So good start for Philip Morrison this game. Philip Morrison, in his last game against the Sports Rev Thailand Slammers, went 0 for 8 and only scored 4 points. He'll already have 3 points now in this game as he makes the second free throw. And the Slingers continue to pressure Jai Reyes the entire length of the court. Reyes looking for space, finds it. Norman Gonzalez drills the 3-pointer. Norman Gonzalez hit a big 3-pointer at the end of the last game against the Beermen. That's his second 3-pointer of the season. Boom.
That's such a pretty stroke from Norman right there.
Oh, good. Yes, but no, strip by Chris Sumalinog. Holds the ball back as the Heat set up their offense. Gets it into Justin Howard. Puts up the turnaround hook, and it goes in and out. Wow, Kabatsu with a quick release. He has one of the quickest releases in the league, and the pace of this game has picked up considerably.
It has, and the score is not moving, so it tells you that both teams are not making the shots right now. There's the stroke from Justin Howard. So pretty. Goes up, flips the wrist. Nothing but net.
Another assist for Jai Reyes, who averages about 6 assists per game, second in the league for the ABL. Singleton showing his moves. No good with his shot.
Seems like the Saigon Heat a little bit more control right now of their game, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Reyes takes the high pick. It's nothing but twine as we watch the replay. Desmond on his heels can't do anything to stop Jai Reyes, who is on fire.
What a good play by Jai Reyes there. Stop the dribble and pull up for the jumper. Right now, Saigon Heat are up by 5. They got the lead within the minute and also added to the lead. This is actually a good play right now by the Saigon Heat. They are making their shots, Darren.
Saigon Heat look like the better team. You wouldn't know it judging by their record. Saigon Heat 3-14 against the Singapore Slingers, who are 6-12. But the Saigon Heat are much more organized, and the Slingers have just gone ice cold.
Well, I'll tell you what, Darren, tonight's momentum keeps shifting back and forth. and there actually is no dominating team at the moment. One team makes their shots, the other team doesn't, then the other team makes their shots, the other team doesn't. So let's see how this second half ends up if the Saigon Heat can continue their high percentage shooting so they can maintain this lead. They need to win this game there. That's all I got to say.
We just saw a picture of Philip Morrison with his mask, and Benny, you were talking about how you broke your nose.
Yes.
How did that happen?
A little scuffle during a basketball game when I was in college, but yeah, I wore the mask and it didn't look too bad. It's always a basketball injury, you know what I'm saying?
Back here with 7 minutes left in the second quarter, the Saigon Heat up by 5. Can this be the game where they turn their season around and finish it with pride? Saigon Heat always fighting hard here at home. Slingers have Morrison, Singleton, Jones-Jennings, Kabatu, who has the ball, and Desmond-O in for the Singapore Slingers. And Singleton is in way deep against Jai Reyes. And Jai Reyes trying so hard to hold Singleton's arms. Can't keep him down. And that's an easy 2-point and perhaps 3-point play for Singleton.
I don't know what Jai Reyes was doing down there, but you know what? He's got no business doing anything with Rashad Jennings. That's all I got to say. Or Rashad Singleton, sorry. But it's still same height anyway.
Rashad Singleton averaging 15 points, 10 rebounds a game, and 3 blocks per game. He's third in the league in blocks. And the Slingers have gone to a full court press defense. Reyes gets it ahead to the open Toon Trung. Reyes gets it back for 3 in rhythm, no good. Kabatu pulls down the rebound.
That was a good look by Jai Reyes, it just didn't fall.
So the timeouts seem to have really helped the Slingers here. They just scored 3 points. That is a turnover against Desmond-O, but the referee changes his mind. Actually, the referees will be discussing the call. And they rule it Slingers ball.
I think Jason Rabideau is a bit livid about that call. He was trying to make his case, pointing at Kabatu. Let's see what happens here. Well, the ref was right in front of him, in front of Jason Rabideau's flag, and I guess he made the good call.
Morrison trying to create space with a pull-up, pushes Toon Trung, and that's an offensive foul on Philip Morrison.
Yeah, you cannot do that as an offensive player when you're going up for the shot. He was pulling up anyway, and his defender was moving back on momentum, but he still felt the need to use his arm, push back. You know, silly foul, Darren, silly foul.
So a rare turnover from the Slingers. And David Palmer has been very quiet this game with the exception of his big jam. Loses the ball in the post. Slingers pushing it up, very under control. Desmond-O has a wide open look at the 3 and nails it.
What a shot by Desmond-O in the corner, knocking down the 3, giving the Slingers a 1-point lead on the Heat.
Jai Reyes almost with another turnover, but they call a foul in the paint against Rashad Singleton. As we watch the replay, Jai Reyes gets the ball stripped again, but they ruled that Singleton was shoving Singleton out of the paint. Saigon Heat ball.
All I got to say is I don't want to be between those 2 big men. They're pretty big. 7 feet tall. Don't want to mess with that.
Oh, and Toon Trung with a great look. Misses, but steals the ball. And look at the hustling Jones-Jennings getting on the floor. And here comes Kabatu. You know he's thinking score. Singleton goes up for the layup. Is fouled hard by Palmer. Wow. I take that back, Benny. That's an offensive foul on Singleton. So 2 offensive foul calls on the Singapore Slingers. As Chris Sumalinog checks back in for Toon Trung. So Trung there with a rare shot, had a good look, just couldn't make it. Chris Sumalinog from the Philippines checks back in, and again the Slingers are pressing the Saigon Heat. With a near turnover there, here comes Palmer, up ahead to Norman Gonzalez, give and go play. Palmer with a beautiful finish.
What a good play by the Saigon Heat there. the passing, back and forth to kill the full court press. That's what you have to do to beat it.
So the Heat get the lead back, and Jones-Jennings blows another layup, Benny. He cannot buy a bucket down there.
He can't, but you know what? If the ABL gave a Hustle Player of the Year award for the ABL, I would say Rashad Jones-Jennings is it. Similar log hits a 2 from the baseline, giving the Saigon Heat a 28-25 lead with 4:35 left to play in the second quarter.
I would say that Chris Daniels from the Indonesia Warriors is my Hustle MVP. As we see Morrison with the 3, almost a flat-footed shot, hits nothing but twine.
We're seeing all these scores come in right now. Some clutch shooting by both teams right now. Man in the plastic mask hitting all the points.
And Benny, as Morrison goes, so does the Slingers. Justin Howard has very deep post position, but cannot connect, and the two big men are just pounding the ball down low. Meanwhile, I don't know who that pass was to, but that's another turnover for the Singapore Slingers.
Yeah, they're banging down low. Let's see who wins this battle. Neither of them have really dominated in the paint, and everybody's making the shots on the outside. Let's see how this game goes. We've got a good game on our hands right now.
Second quarter a bit ugly, 28-28, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Howard with another offensive rebound. Palmer trying to get his offense going, throws a risky pass in there. Luckily, the Heat will steal the ball with 13 seconds left on the shot clock.
He was trying to throw the ball into the middle of the paint, something that looks like Jakarta traffic. I'm not sure if he's going to get anything done there.
Yes, you got to be precise here with the Slingers playing some tight defense. Meanwhile, Justin Howard backing down Singleton. Gets called for the travel. That's one too many steps for Justin Howard.
Trying to get a little too fancy with his footwork. He had Rashad basically on his back foot, but still couldn't finish it.
Yeah, so both teams' big men getting some really good looks in the paint, but not able to convert. Kabatu out to Morrison for another 3, air ball. Reyes looking to get by Desmond, swings it back out to Norman Gonzalez. And I think they should go back to Norman Gonzalez. Wow, Reyes with a beautiful move into Palmer. Two-handed slam, dunk.
And Jai Reyes doing a little magic. Oh my goodness, attracts Rashad Singleton over and gives David Palmer a two-handed slam. What a great play by Jai Reyes.
Again, Jai Reyes doing what he does best, creating offense for his team. Slingers go back into Singleton. Very aggressive move, loses the ball on the way up to the hoop, and Sumalinog recovers the rebound. So the Slingers up by 2 points. Justin Howard gets it in deep. That's 2 deep for the Singapore Slingers. For the Saigon Heat to go up 32-28 as we watch the pass from Reyes to Justin Howard. That's just too easy. Wow, almost a steal from Reyes there. Slingers trying to settle themselves down. Can Desmond do it? No, he doesn't, as he misses the 3. And the Saigon Heat are up by 4 points with 1 minute and 40 seconds left here to play in the second quarter. You're watching ABL action here at Tan Binh Stadium. Darren Jones, Benny Tran commentating. Reyes is caught up in all sorts of traffic. Gets stripped by guess who? Rashad Jones-Jennings. Oh no! Oh! Almost loses the ball, a bit too slippery, but Philip Morrison is there for the easy put-back layup.
I'm telling you, Rashad Jennings, this man is everywhere all the time. That, again, the second play on the ground to get the ball back for the Singapore Slingers. This one for the easy 2-point play. Look at him. Good pass, and that was almost a walk by Desmond O, but it was not. Pass out to Philip Morrison for the finishing 2 points. So, ladies and gentlemen, Rashad Jones-Jennings, That man can rebound. That man hustles. He does everything. He just needs to score his points down low, and he would have a complete game tonight.
It's rare to see a man that big on the floor that hard. We'll be right back. Second quarter, just after this.
Who's playing out of his mind right now. 6 points, 9 rebounds, and he still cannot make a shot down low. They need to collect themselves down low to get those shots. I mean, Saigon Heat, they're leaving the lanes pretty open, so let's see what they can do now. We've got a mid-20. Let's see if there's any game plan change during the halftime.
Well, it looks like they're still trying to press Jai Reyes the entire length of the court. The Slingers shooting an ice cold 33% from the field. Reyes gets by Fulkoff, no problem, can't make it, but there's Justin Howard with another offensive rebound.
Jai Reyes is doing a very good job right now, penetrating the ball with the ball into the basket and drawing his defenders away. And right there, the 7-footers behind him and clean it up.
So David Palmer and Justin Howard have almost double-digit rebounds in this game already. As Singleton misses badly from the post. And here comes Chris Sumalina on 38 seconds left. Looks like the Heat will try to get the 2-for-1. Justin Howard backing down his man in the post. Turnaround, right-handed jump hook. Oh, that was halfway down, but he misses it. Slingers here will hold for the last shot of the second quarter. Singleton, very good post position against Palmer. Goes up, mixes an easy right-handed floater and is stripped, so big men can't quite seem to find the rhythm down low.
Yeah, like I said, they cannot finish down low at the moment, and they need to finish them. They have an open look, gotta make those easy layups to get these points back.
Morrison with a beautiful floater, misses it. 1 second left, and that'll be the end of the second quarter. The Saigon Heat lead the Singapore Slingers 34-30, Benny. And it looks like we have an upset in store so far this game.
It's a great game right now. It's a close game, and despite the turnovers, despite the misses, game's pretty close, and you're seeing some good action too. We saw, I think, the slam of the year tonight by David Palmer, all over the place, skying from halfway of the free throw line.
Absolutely, Benny. So an exciting second half action up ahead here. Stay tuned. This is ABL basketball on the live stream.
sound like the Saigon. Just like a few out there.
What? I want to record them too.
Welcome back to Binh Stadium. The Saigon Heat are up 34-30. Second half action coming up. ABL commentators Darren Joe along with Benny Tran here. And Benny, Saigon Heat did a great job of containing the Singapore Slingers big men.
They have, and it's a very interesting where the Singapore Slingers keep passing it down low to the big man, and the big man cannot finish. And you know what? Justin Howard is a big presence down low, and you got David Palmer there. And these Singapore Slingers, if they are going to be successful, they either have to make the shot down low by the big man, or they have to have a high percentage from the arc.
That's right, and one person that has had a high percentage from the arc is Philip Morrison, who is leading his team with 10 points. And as Benny just mentioned, the Singapore Slingers, big men, both Rashad Jones-Jennings and Rashad Singleton have shot 3 for 11, and most of those have been point-blank layups.
Yeah, and if that's a very poor percentage for taking shots down low to the basket. They are not going to win if you're not going to hit those shots.
Right.
And you know what? Also, there are not many offensive rebounds by the Singapore Slingers, meaning the Saigon Heat are collecting all of the baskets, all the rebounds.
The Saigon Heat leading the Slingers 26-21 on the boards. And as we start this second half, the Saigon Heat have Jai Reyes, Tun Trung, Norman Gonzalez, their new import player from the Philippines, David Palmer, and Justin Howard. And in for the Singapore Slingers are Pesky, Desmond O, Philip Morrison, Rashad Jones-Jennings, Rashad Singleton, and Santiago Kabatu. And the Heat go immediately down to Justin Howard. Okay, ball floating around a little bit there. Jai Reyes, nice bounce pass to Howard, who has a nice look but cannot connect.
And to go back to the seedings for the ABL playoffs right now, Darren, if you're taking a look at the rest of the schedule, this Saigon Heat do still have a chance. Oh, that's a missed shot by Joe Jennings. Do have a shot at the playoffs if they win every single game on the rest of their schedule. They have 4 games after this game, meaning 5 games total. The Singapore Slingers have 3 games after this, and also the Thai Slammers have 3 games after this. Meaning, if the Saigon Heat go undefeated the rest of the season, the Thailand Slammers can win 1 game and lose the rest. We've got a close race for that 4th playoff spot. There is still some hope left for the Saigon Heat.
And Reyes, he might be their best source of hope as he drains a 3-pointer. So a fantastic start to the second half for the Saigon Heat with Reyes bearing a 3.
What a great shot. Nothing but net on that 3, but Jai Reyes, he's going to have to keep pulling the trigger and making those shots for the Saigon Heat to stay alive and stay ahead.
Here we go. Singleton again. Misses from 4 feet, gets his own rebound, and throws it down.
That was a poor shot. The first shot was a poor shot, but the second shot was 100% going in.
Singleton went 3 for 11 in that first half, is now 1 for 2 in the second. Oh no, and Reyes with his 6th turnover of the game. Oh, gets it to Morrison, who goes high over Palmer. I mean, what a shot from Philip Morrison as we see the replay.
He goes up, teardrops it in, and nothing but net. All I got to say is 1 word, 2 syllables. He's ballin'.
Morrison with his 12 points already in this game. Norman Gonzalez, first time they've gone to him, posting up fellow Filipino Santiago Kabatu, gets out of Trung for a 3, and he misses, but I'm sure Coach Rabidow is proud to see Tun Trung looking for a shot.
Jai Reyes being very careless with the ball. 6 turnovers, not a good thing.
And again, the Heat relied on the Slingers big men missing a lot of easy buckets, and so far that hasn't been the case in the second half. And as you said, Benny, Jai Reyes has 5 assists, but he also has 6 turnovers.
Right now, the Saigon Heat are letting the Singapore Slingers back into this game, and the big men, they're going straight to them, and they're going to hit the shots. Now, a foul on Justin Howard right there. Jones Jennings going to the line for 2 shots. Darren, this is exactly what the Singapore Slingers want. They knew they had to get to the big men. They knew they had to get the big men confident to get those shots in the paint, and they're getting them right now.
Yeah, Benny, you just saw beautiful big man passing from Rashad to Rashad, Singleton to Jones Jennings, and the Slingers are clearly trying to pound the ball, and they're being very disciplined, getting the ball into their big men, and eventually they're going to make those easy shots. Palmer rips down the board. Gonzalez, one-on-one move against Kabatu, just misses the bank shot.
You're seeing that the Saigon Heat are rushing their shots right now and not making them, Darren.
And again, back into Jennings, who's hacked. No foul called, and the Heat get away with the foul there as Reyes dishes to Toon Trung. Looking to get it into Howard. He gets it. Turnaround right-hander, no good. So, both teams really looking to get it into their big men.
Now the momentum swinging back to the Singapore Slingers' favor. Saigon Heat not making the shots. Singapore Slingers making the shots in the paint.
Justin Howard just gave Jones Jennings about a 5-foot margin to shoot. Jones Jennings, I think, Benny, has to take that shot. Again, big Norman Gonzalez for three. Hits the front of the rim, barely draws iron. So Norman Gonzalez got 1 for 4 this game. They really need him to score some points, the Saigon Heat do. Again, Slingers setting up their offense. Volkov doesn't take the screen from Singleton. Oh, but they get it into Singleton. One fake, 2 fake, no, but he's fouled on the shot.
What a good play by Rashad Singleton, and this is what we can see as the Singapore Slingers strategy. Pass it down, let's get to the big men, get some fouls.
Nice bounce pass to Howard, wide open look, and completely misses the rim. Volkov, nice strong move, and that's 2 easy layups. Slingers have missed, and this is becoming fast and furious. 7 out here in Tan Binh Stadium.
I mean, 6 isn't even out yet, but 7 now is on the table. All right, we got something here. Oh my! I'm wiping the sweat off my forehead right now. We finally got a score in that whole exchange. My goodness! Now the score is tied 39-39, and that is actually a really good pass and a good play by Sumanilog. Tied this game 39-39. 4:34 left to play third quarter. You know, we got a game here, Darren Joe.
Yes, we do, Benny, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
The San Miguel Beermen and the Indonesia Warriors. We've got a lot of season left right now on the ABL, and throughout the month of May until the 19th, please tune in to YouTube and also ABL TV to catch all your ABL games.
We look at some of the Saigon Heat faithful in the stands.
Nervous they are. They really want to win a game, Darren. It's been quite a long time. It's their second season in the ABL. They had a great first season run, and they ran into some bad luck this year.
It really did, Benny. Just injuries to their star players, their imports. Both their international and ASEAN imports have gotten hurt at key stretches. They're without their league leading scorer and team leading scorer, Dior Lohorn, for the rest of the season. So just a lot of bad luck for the Saigon Heat team this year.
And like I said, they still have hope for the playoffs. Let's see how the season plays out. Rashad Singleton down low and posting up against Justin Howard. He's turning around. Oh, and a foul called by Sumanilog, and he can't believe the foul was called. They continue passing down low. Singleton and Jones Jennings and penetrating down low, and it is a foul on the floor. Not a shooting foul, Darren, a foul on the floor. And let's see what the Saigon Heat does with Chu coming in for Sumanilov.
Despite all the post-play, there haven't been many fouls this game. So, as we see Morrison with a nice behind-the-back pass, ooh, and Singleton misses badly.
Oh, an air ball from Singleton. You're right. There just has been a lot of misses and not too many fouls. Oh! And a two-pointer from about 18 feet from Mr. Jai Reyes. He posts on Desmond O, flails dramatically, and he knocks out the two.
Yeah, Reyes, one of the best in the ABL at creating his own shot. And it is a dogfight on the floor. Furious action here in the ABL. And if there's anyone who I would want on the floor trying to grab it, it is Rashad Jones-Jennings.
It is, and Jai Reyes, what a good play by both players. They're both trying to go for the ball. There is a lot of energy, a lot of spirit, a lot of heart. And what you're seeing right now, Darren, is hustle, hustle, hustle. And that's what I like to see in a basketball game.
I do too, Benny. It looked like two tigresses going after their baby cub there on the floor.
Not a bad analogy. Wasn't the first one I would pick, but you know.
Saigon Heat bring the ball up. Jai Reyes trying to extend the Heat lead beyond 3 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. Here in the third quarter, Palmer getting one of his few looks, takes a skyhook from about 12 feet. That's a tough shot from David Palmer. Great defense by the Slingers.
Yeah, he was a little too far for the skyhook. I don't know what he was trying to do there.
Wow, Jones really battling down low for position. Foul called. And that will be a foul on number 34. David Palmer, that's his third foul.
Have you noticed, Darren? I mean, Jones-Jennings, he's a strong guy. I mean, Palmer and also Howard is a lot bigger than him, but
yeah, he's an absolute bruiser, Benny. He really knows how to create space with his shoulder.
Exactly. That was a foul on Rashad Singleton, I think, on the floor. Justin Howard going up, trying to make the score on a long pass.
So the Slingers have only committed 3 fouls in this entire game. Make that 4 fouls now.
It's an incredible stat, Darren. No fouls. I mean, considering Justin Howard and David Palmer just tells you how much they've controlled this game of paint.
I think Coach Neil Ben-Sang needs to tell his team to really take it to the Saigon Heat big men and not give them these easy looks. Saigon Heat big men leading points in the paint against the Slingers. The Heat pressing the Slingers as Desmond O has the ball at the half-court mark. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. O takes it all the way into traffic. Oh, and Singleton was stripped by Trung, which looked like a clean strip to me, but the refs will call a foul on Toon Trung, his second. As we watch the replay, watch this.
Yeah, I think he grabbed his left arm there a little bit, grabbed his wristband, and it'll be 2 shots for Rashad Singleton.
Singleton scores his 12th point to go along with 9 rebounds this game. Wow, this is an amazing stat, Benny. Rashad Jones-Jennings has 6 steals this game.
Incredible. Incredible. And that's a testament to his hustle. 6 steals, 1 assist, 14 rebounds, and 9 points. Do you think he's on his way to a triple-double?
He might just be, Benny. Heat up by 3 points. crowd is really getting into this game, sensing an upset here at Tan Binh Stadium. The Saigon Heat have lost their last 13 games. They're looking to turn this train around here at Tan Binh Stadium. They have their home team crowd on their back as Norman Gonzalez with a beautiful reverse move, but can't hold on to the ball. Singleton picks it up, and Morrison is going to push it against Reyes and Trung, and he's called for the foul, and that's another foul on Thun Trung, his third.
Norman Gonzalez had the move on the go, but he didn't take the shot. He tried to pass it inside, lost the ball, lost possession on the other side of the floor, foul on Heat. You gotta be solid when you're down low, and he did not follow through at that point.
Norman Gonzalez perhaps a bit rusty. He has played in the ABL for the San Miguel Beermen last year, but the Saigon Heat bringing on Norman Gonzalez to replace the injured point guard Al Vergara. So far, struggling to hold on to the ball. Morrison has slowed down somewhat after his hot first half. And we see all the big men trying to take that ball off the rim. Of course, with FIBA rules, you can take the ball off the rim once it hits the rim. Reyes has all the space in the world and scores the layup. And that is a complete defensive breakdown by the Slingers.
Yeah, we got to see this replay again. Here's Jai Reyes coming on the floor. And it didn't seem like that hard of a foul by Philip Morrison, but he still gets called. And what a beautiful teardrop for Jai Reyes. He is having a great game right now. Let's see if he can hit this shot to give the Heat a 5-point lead.
I think Morrison thought, I already have a broken nose. I don't want to get in front of another player. Reyes drains the free throw and gives the Saigon Heat a 5-point lead. Last 2 minutes of this third quarter, Saigon Heat going for the upset. Ooh, Desmond O with a beautiful crossover. But going for the pass, loses it. And it will be Saigon Heat ball. Singapore Slingers ball. And Coach Rabideau, as we see him on the sidelines, let's watch the replay. O went in and dished it to absolutely nobody. But lucky break there for the Singapore Slingers as they get a second possession. Jones Jennings against the much smaller Gonzalez gets it to O, who pulls the trigger, no good. Jennings with the rebound, backs his man down, looking for space, gets it, and scores.
What a move by Rashad Jones Jennings. The rebound, and look at the turnaround. Gets Norman Gonzalez to one side and just spins around him, an easy layup. That is how you play the post.
That's right, Jones Jennings playing strong, using his size. Reyes takes a three. Great defense from Desmond O, but that's just in the zone. What can you do?
I don't know what to say. Another pull-up jumper, Desmond O in his face, and he swishes it from way downtown.
And Reyes has 15 points. And the Heat crowd really getting into this game, viewing their team pull away just slightly from the 5th place Singapore Slingers, who must win this game to stay in the playoff hunt. The Slingers have a tough schedule coming up, and they really need to win this game against the last place Saigon Heat. Jai Reyes is feeling it, folks. Trung, a little out of control, gets it to Gonzalez, who draws the foul on big Delvin Go, who has checked into the game for the Slingers. So Jai Reyes has 15 points, 5 assists. He does have 6 turnovers, but he is providing the energy for the Saigon Heat.
Yeah, he's doing a great job pulling up on the ball, keep taking his shots. Oh, and in and out by David Palmer, unlucky. 20 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, so the Slingers will hold on for the last shot. Palmer with 8 points, well below his season average. O is not afraid to shoot. And Morrison goes for another teardrop. And the Slingers, 1 second left. Oh, Desmond O the shot clock. Both had open shots to finish that third quarter. But what a turnaround as the Saigon Heat go up 49 to 43 against the Slingers, scoring 16 to 13 advantage for the Saigon Heat.
Yeah, this is a great game, and you know what? No fault to the Singapore Slingers side. They did not have a shot clock on their side of the floor, so they didn't actually know that the clock was winding down so they could take the shot. But, you know, the shot clock was off for whatever reason. There's no real game clock on this side, and there's a lot of frustration right now on the Singapore Slingers. You can see it in the face of Rashad Jones-Jennings. They are momentum is against them right now. Let's see what they do in the next quarter to get the lead back. They're down by 6 there.
Benny, this is emergency time for the Singapore Slingers. They had a really tough loss to the Thailand Slammers in their last game. Now down by 6 points to the last place team. And they're shooting a frigid 29%. And as we watch Jason Rabidow draw up the plays for the Saigon Heat, I am sure all the Heat players and their fans here at Tom Binh Stadium can sense an upset in the works.
I know, and this is going to be a great win for Saigon Heat if they can pull it. But they do have plenty of time left to come back with a 6-point deficit. So we got to be very careful here to make sure that Saigon Heat continue their momentum in executing their offensive and defensive game plan. Right now, Jai Reyes has 18 points, Darren. He is going off for the Saigon Heat as the lead scorer, with Justin Howard as the second highest scorer at 12 points, while you have Philip Morrison leading Singapore Slingers 13 points. But look at this stat line. Mr. Rashad Jones-Jennings, Mr. Hustle, has 16 rebounds. That man has 16 rebounds. I mean, this guy is a rebounding machine. There's nothing more I can say.
Rashad Jones-Jennings is playing big in this game, and he's going to have to put the Slingers on his broad shoulders if they are to avoid the upset here and defeat the last place Saigon Heat. There have been 8 lead changes in this game, 3 ties. It's about as close as you can get, even though it's a low-scoring affair. And get ready, folks. This is going to be an exciting fourth quarter from Tom Binh Stadium. Darren Joe, along with Benny Tran, commentating for the ABL on the live stream. And in for the Slingers are Morrison, Delvin Go, Singleton, Jones-Jennings, and Desmond O. As Morrison pulls up for the jumper, cannot make it, and Jennings just misses the tip. And Reyes, pushing the ball, has to keep control of the ball here for the Heat. Heat have to get into their offensive set. Only 4 seconds left as we see Palmer drawing the foul, and David Palmer has been off on offense, only scoring 8 points, even though he does have 15 rebounds. But maybe getting to the line will get him back into the flow of the game. David Palmer is the second leading scorer in the ABL at 19 points a game. He's going for his 9th and 10th point here at the line. Hits Twine on his first, extends the lead to 7 for the Heat.
Yeah, the Saigon Heat have had a tough time really getting into, oh, what a play by Justin Howard, the hustle, and Rashad Singleton pokes it out. What I was saying, Darren, is, you know, the Saigon Heat can't really get any points down low. They're trying, but the Singapore Slingers have been keeping them outside the paint. It's just that Jai Reyes has hit everything he's put up tonight.
Yeah, so it's definitely become a battle of the 2 big men on each team, and Reyes versus Morrison. Who can put up the most points? Reyes with a Steph Curry-esque turnaround move, drains the jumper, and Jai Reyes.
Look at this move right now. He turns around, leaves Desmond O in the smoke, pulls up for the jumper, and hits it from the baseline. He is having one of his best games of the season tonight, Darren.
And Desmond O on fire. There's a reason why they call him the Bangkok Mamba last year. There's a reason they call him Dynamite Benny. But
Whatever he wants right now, he just made Desmond O on the play before this like it looked like a Cancun chicken. And then right there, just a pull up inside the 3-point arc. He is doing anything he wants. He says, I want to do what I want to do because I'm in fuego.
couldn't have said it better myself. Jai Reyes, smelling blood, seeing the blood in the water against this Slingers team that honestly, Benny, judging by the looks on their faces, just looks dazed. I think they came here thinking they were going to have an easy victory, but as you all know, anytime you come to Tom Binh Stadium, you got to expect the fight from the Saigon Heat.
And you know what's interesting is the Singapore Slingers have not found a solution for Jai Reyes. Right now, you have Desmond O guarding him. He cannot lock him down. Right now on the floor, you can see Jason Rabideau drawing on his board. When on the floor, the Singapore Slingers are setting up. Desmond O is not on the floor. We got Volkov and Morrison. And I think the game plan is we got to lock down Jai Reyes because we have to stop him. So let's see if the Slingers can actually be successful.
So the Slingers coach electing to take Desmond O out of the game. A few plays there a little out of control for Desmond O. And so Neo Binh Siam electing to go with Mitchell Volkov to put the pressure on Jai Reyes. Jai Reyes with two amazing one-on-one moves has put his team up by 11 points with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. Slingers must score this possession. Again, looking to get it into their big men. Morrison takes it all the way and scores with a beautiful finish over the taller Justin Howard. And look at this pressure from Volkov on Reyes.
What a play by Philip Morrison. He was going up against a 7-footer and he didn't care. And he made the basket.
Morrison might have a little bit of a personal vendetta. Of course, the Saigon Heat did not hang on to Morrison in this season. And here he comes with the basketball and the mask. Morrison with a crossover of his own. Gets it to Kabatu for three, and that is good.
Oh!
Two big plays from Philip Morrison and Santiago Kabatu. As we watch the replay, look at that beautiful crossover. Finds Kabatu. It only takes him half a second to throw the three. Bang!
What a play by Philip Morrison. A little move to the right, a little pass back, and found the open Kabatu to drain the three. And I don't think the Saigon Heat were ready. I think the coach just told him, hey, Morrison, take it, take it, take it. And this is what happened. And now, from an 11-point lead, they cut it down to only 6. We've got a game here, and the Slingers, they got a game plan.
They do, Betty. And that game plan is to get the ball to Philip Morrison and let him create. That's resulted in a 5-0 run for the Slingers. So, wow, what a game we have here, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to ABL action on Thursday. Darren Joe and Benny Tran commentating from Tom Binh Stadium. And Benny, can the Heat get their first victory in 14 games tonight?
We got a hot and sizzling game tonight, Darren. And right now, a lot of back and forth. We thought the Saigon Heat were going to build on their lead. Philip Morrison come back and say, I want to take this game back. And right now, we have a 6-point game. Momentum, Singapore Slingers.
Morrison putting some tight defense on Trung, who draws the blocking foul, I believe, on Singleton. That would be Singleton's only his second foul.
Right now,
his third foul.
Yeah,
and that's a tough call, Benny.
It's a tough call, but I think Singleton was moving while Chung was flying past him and saw that his leg was stuck out.
So Sumalinog is checking in for Toon Trung, who seems to have injured his leg on that play as the crowd gives him a warm applause. So Sumalinog in for Trung. Saigon Heat, a bigger team now with Sumalina, Gonzalez, Palmer, Howard, and Reyes playing. Of course, Jai Reyes with those incredible one-on-one moves. Gets the ball again. Fulkoff putting a lot of pressure on the ball. Reyes takes the pick. Off to Palmer for three. Bricks it. Sumalina with the big rebound, and he'll push it back as the Saigon Heat reset the offense.
That is a good rebound by Sumalina right there, and clutch too at this point of the game.
Oh, and Reyes with his 7th turnover. And what is the call here?
Justin Howard is being called for pulling on, I think, Philip Marston's arm. Let's see if we see replay right now. I think that was a loose ball foul by Justin Howard trying to get the loose ball. Not a good play by David Palmer passing it.
So they're saying that Morrison had a clear path to the basket even though he didn't have the ball. They gave him a technical foul and he hits the free throw. And Morrison now has 16 points to go along with 3 rebounds and 2 assists.
Hey Darren, explain to our folks at home what does clear path mean?
Clear path to the hoop, Benny, means that the player is by your side or behind you, and he's not in front of you. So if you foul a player who has a clear path to the basket, that is judged to be a technical foul. So tough call against the Saigon Heat as the Slingers make a free throw and get the ball back. Looking to get into Jones-Jennings, who has a huge size advantage against Gonzalez. Meanwhile, Fulkoff with the long 2. I don't know if that's the shot they wanted. Oh, and who's on the floor again? Jones-Jennings. And I'm sorry, Benny, but that is a bad call by the refs.
Jones-Jennings was called for a travel, and what happened was Jones-Jennings dived down to get the ball while Gonzalez trying to pick it up, and you can see it right now. He dives down, he's rolling around, and he's called a walk. I'm not sure if that's the right call. It's a tough call right now because he was rolling on the ground trying to get the ball to one of his teammates. I'm just not sure about that call.
I think that's a tough call, but there's been tough calls the entire game. The Heat will take it, and Rashad Jones-Jennings, I mean, if you see a guy that big diving for the ball, of course you're not going to get in the way. And that is why he's such an amazing hustle player in this league. The Heat beat the press and get it into Reyes. Reyes is going to look to create here for the Heat. Takes the pick from Palmer. Trying to find space. Cross-court pass to Sumalina all the way to the hoop. Out of control. And Chris Sumalina did not know what he wanted to do. And Benny, my basketball coach, always taught me, never leave the floor, never leave your feet until you know you want to shoot or pass.
And yeah, he was quite indecisive there, and I think the backboard actually blocked him, or he blocked himself. That is not a good shot selection, especially at this critical moment of the game. 6:30 left. Saigon Heat up 54-49.
So a low-scoring 4th quarter. 6 minutes left to play in this game. And Kabatu will shoot another 3. He can't get it. And Jones-Jennings gets another rebound. That is his 18th rebound, folks. He is reaching 20 rebound territory. Kabatu all the way. Doesn't get it. But Jones-Jennings gets his 19th rebound and finishes. Meanwhile, Fulkoff really putting a lot of pressure on Reyes. Reyes has got to be careful here.
That last set was all Jones-Jennings. What a play by Jones-Jennings. Tipping the ball, passing it off, getting the rebound, and tipping it for another 2. Now, down by 3 with 5:40 left to play, he might be the MVP of this game.
He might be, and Reyes had a wide open look, couldn't make it, and the Slingers have narrowed this lead down to 3. Their season, their playoff chances are in the balance here, Benny. 5 minutes and 25 seconds, Morrison for a 3, and oh my goodness! He shot that to Mars, and it still fell. Woo-wee!
I'm just really, I don't know what to say right now. I mean, they're just hot right now. So Singapore Slingers pulls back. 5 minutes left, 54-54. Clutch play by Philip Morrison.
Morrison has 19 points. Oh no, and a bad pass there from Gonzalez to Howard. but they're going to call the foul on number 25, Santiago Cabatu, his third foul. But Philip Morrison, my God. Philip Morrison, 19 points. I mean, he might be wearing a mask, but he is seeing the biggest basket ever. I mean, he has made some unbelievable shots.
Well, let's see if the Saigon Heat can recover. Momentum is definitely against them right now.
No, and Howard cannot hang on to the nice pass from Reyes. Morrison looking for the kill. They get it into Jones-Jennings. Turnaround, stripped. Stripped and saved by Palmer.
What a good play, defensive play for the Saigon Heat. They did not and could not let that happen, and they got the ball back, and let's see if they can regain the lead.
And Palmer is just out of control, lunging forward, and you can see him there. His shoulders are slumped. Palmer has not found his rhythm this game, only has 10 points. And the Slingers coaches are telling their players to hurry up and get in their set. Volkov to Singleton. No! Things are getting ugly here. Reyes has the ball, and that's going to be a jump ball. And my God, Benny, both teams are super nervous and tight here. It's 54-54 as we watch the replay. Another turnover. As a timeout is called on the floor. 4 minutes left. 54-54 at Tom Benz Stadium. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Rapido, I'd say, hey, look, boys, we gotta play tight defense. We gotta hustle. We know we're tired, but we gotta play with them. The momentum is on the Singapore Slingers side, but we gotta get it back. And also, we need to be patient on our offensive side. Right now, they're forcing the issue down low, and Palmer nor Howard can score the basket. And right now, we gotta get that and find their shot.
So the JobStreet.com Singapore Slingers have outscored the Saigon Heat by 6 in this fourth quarter so far. It's a tight one, folks. 4 minutes left, and in for the Saigon Heat, we have Trung and Reyes in the backcourt with Norman Gonzalez, Justin Howard, and David Palmer, who's wiping himself off for the Saigon Heat. Meanwhile, for the Slingers, Volkov, Morrison, Rashad Jones-Jennings, Rashad Singleton, and Kabatu make up their 5. Almost a turnover there. Volkov playing some great defense on Reyes, and they do a good job of getting the ball out of Jai Reyes' hands, but they swing it around to Jai, who takes the pick from Howard, has an open shot from the free throw line, and he is just exhausted from dealing with the pressure, Benny.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a pass to Justin Howard, but it didn't get to him.
That's a blocking foul on Toon Trung, who has so much energy, and sometimes that energy, as we watch the replay, he is still moving his feet, and it's too much of an acting job from Trung, who gets called for the foul. Interesting move from Jason Rabideau, going with Trung over Christian Malinov.
And as you say it, Sumerlog comes in for Trung.
So Trung with a brief 24 seconds in the game. All tied up at 54. Morrison has an open look from 20 feet. Can't make it. Jennings gets his 20th rebound of the game, folks.
Amazing. All I got to say is amazing.
Oh, no, and Morrison goes all the way. Beautiful pass to Jones-Jennings. Oh, my. That is something of beauty to watch. And Saigon Heat on their heels. They've been outscored by 8. Norman Gonzalez can't find the space against Kabatu. Sumalinog has 7 seconds to make something happen here. And that's another turnover from the Heat. Unfortunately, Morrison slipped on his ankle. Hopefully he's okay. Sumalinog, as we watch the replay, we see Morrison trip and fall. Sumalinog, smart play, gets the jump ball for the Saigon Heat. And it's going to be Singapore Slingers ball. They're up by 2 points. A beautiful drive and dish play from Philip Morrison. And Philip Morrison has been a revelation this game, Benny.
I know, we call Gyrace and Fuego, but Philip Morrison, he's even hotter right now. And this one's disrupting. Oh. This is what's disrupting the Saigon Heat right now. Pay attention to Philip Morrison. He dished to Rashad Jennings and Rashad Singleton. And what a good play by Singleton. Stay with the play.
Oh no, and Gyrace saw the space, but is blocked by Singleton, which I believe is his 4th block. So Singleton coming up big as we see the replay. I'm sorry, that was a block on Jones Jennings, who has 7 steals and 20 rebounds. He might get that triple-double, Benny, and it's another turnover from the Saigon Heat. And Benny, this is heartbreaking to watch.
It is, and it's very heartbreaking for the crowd to see the Saigon Heat losing over, turning over a lot of their own possessions in the most critical ending of the game.
And Toon Chung checks back in for Sumalinog to put some defensive pressure on Morrison. The Slingers are up by 4. The Heat have gone ice cold, only scoring 5 points in this 4th quarter. And who do they go to? Morrison finds Singleton, who's wide open. He doesn't take it. Kabatu loses the ball. Jennings gets it. Goes up with the left hand and scores. And Jennings. Oh
what
my goodness.
Play. That was just Jennings going beast mode. Collects the errant loose ball and then tosses it with his left hand.
Jones Jennings has 15 points and 21 rebounds, 7 steals, and the Heat have to score this play. They've unraveled in this 4th quarter. Gonzalez with the wild left-handed move gets it to fall.
Minute 45 left in this game. There's still a lot of time left, Aaron. And the Saigon Heat need to get this possession back.
Oh, Morrison. Great move, but cannot finish. And that might be the small opening that the Saigon Heat need to tie this game up. Reyes taking it all the way. Shoots.
Oh, and he almost made connected for the 3-point play. Gyrace to the line for 2 shots there. 1:23 left to play. We have a game.
Yes, we do. And Gyrace has played all 38 minutes and 37 seconds of this game. You see him there pulling on his shorts. Gyrace, 2 huge free throws. Reyes leading his team with 22 points. Drills the first free throw. So Reyes has really had to pick up the scoring slack for David Palmer, who hasn't been able to find his range. And Reyes gets his second. Coach Rabideau for the Saigon Heat calls a timeout. Oh my goodness, Benny Tran. Saigon Heat have brought it back to within 2 with 1 minute and 23 seconds left remaining. If you are Coach Neil Bungsiang for the Slingers, who are you going to in these final couple plays?
Right now, they should continue their game plan to pass it down. Jennings and Singleton right now are playing great basketball down low. And Philip Morrison, why not give it to him, penetrate? As you can see, every single time Philip Morrison drives in the basket, there are 2 Saigon Heat players coming over to double team him, leaving a big man open down low. The last exchange, they got a little unlucky. Philip Morrison couldn't finish the finger roll.
So Philip Morrison creating all sorts of havoc against his former team. And Philip Morrison, I think he wants a little bit of payback. I think he wants to make it to the playoffs against his old team. So the Saigon Heat here will have to come up with a defensive stop and put the pressure on Morrison and the big men and force the Slingers into a tough shot here. Saigon Heat will be playing the Indonesia Warriors next Wednesday, which you can catch here on the ABL live stream. And the JobStreet.com Singapore Slingers, their next game will be against the Malaysia Dragons this Sunday at home. You can catch all the action on the ABL live stream, same place you are now. What a game we have, folks. Santiago Kabatu to check in the ball. The crowd is deafening here in Tom Binh Stadium as Morrison gets the high screen from Singleton. He's double teamed. Morrison gets it out to Fulkoff against Jai Reyes. One-on-one matchup here. They get it into Morrison in the post against Toon. Jones Jennings, there's no space for him. Morrison has 5 seconds to make something happen. He puts up the jumper, not even close. And the refs call that out on the Slingers ball, but Benny, let's see if they play the replay, but it looked like that was off the Slingers.
It looked like the Slingers, but right now the refs are calling it Slingers ball with 1 second left on the shot clock. Let's see what the Singapore Slingers do. This going to have to be a tap-in right now.
That's right, 1 second left. He cannot let any interior passes in this sequence here. They gotta force an outside shot. And as I just said, Benny, the Heat cannot interior bounce pass, and they gave it up to Kabatu, who was fouled on the shot.
That was a terrible play by Norman Gonzalez to foul him down low. And even if he had his arms up, Kabatu was under the basket without a shot.
Norman Gonzalez with a mental error. Kabatu with ice in his veins. Drills the first free throw.
There's 56 seconds left on the clock, Darren. That is a 3-possession game. Even if the Singapore Slingers make this shot, the Saigon Heat do not need to foul.
Kabatu, big free throw here. Makes it. Coach Rabideau from the Saigon Heat is forced to call a timeout, forced to draw up a play so the Saigon Heat can get a quick score here. They're down by 4, and as Benny, as you just said, it's a 3-possession game. So if you're Coach Rabideau, what are you looking to do here?
Well, right now they need an easy basket. You do not need a 3. Just score an easy basket in the paint and defend, because there's still a lot of time left on this clock for a 3-possession game. And this is what mentally the players have to remember, or else you'll just basically give it away for the game.
That's right. So clock management is absolutely important here for the Saigon Heat. They have to be aggressive, but they cannot be out of control. Look for Jai Reyes to somehow create a shot for a teammate. Going down to the wire here at Tom Binh Stadium. Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, ABL action. The home team, Saigon Heat, down by 4 against the Singapore Slingers. The Slingers are sticking with their 5 of Kabatu, Morrison, Jennings, Singleton, and Fulkoff. Yes, and the Slingers have 4 team fouls versus the Saigon Heat's 3 team fouls. So if the Heat are aggressive and able to draw a foul here, that would put the Slingers into the penalty. And here we go. Jai Reyes gets the ball. Fulkoff playing some tight D. A high screen for Palmer. Gets it back to Reyes. He fakes the 3. Takes it in. And I believe the ref will call a foul on the floor. As we just said, we watched the replay here. The foul is called on Fulkoff, his second. And because it is the 5th foul, Jai Reyes will go to the line. And Benny, what do you tell yourself when you have less than a minute left, you're at the line, and you're trying to make the free throws? If you're a player like Jai Reyes, what do you do to get yourself in the zone?
You know what? If I was there, I'd have a lot of butterflies fluttering in my stomach. But you know what? Jai Reyes is as smooth and cool as any cat I know, and he's going to knock down the second shot and make it a 2-point game.
Benny the Oracle calls it here on the ABL live stream. That'll be 26 points for Jai Reyes. And it's the Slingers' turn now to call a timeout. Slingers up by 2. We'll be right back on the ABL live stream. Seconds left to go. 62-60. Singapores in the lead. And the Slingers have outscoring them 18-6 in the paint in the second half. And Benny, that has been the difference.
That's been a huge difference in this game, and you know what? All I have to say is, hang on to your seats. We got a great game tonight. It's 62-60 Slingers by 2. 49 seconds left in the game. Let's see what Saigon Heat comes out to do. They do not need the foul right now.
To get it into Morrison, who's played closely by Toon Trump. Look for Morrison to try to draw a foul here. Oh no, they get it into Singleton, who's stripped. But no, it will be Slingers' ball. Morrison played very closely by Toon Trump. Trump has to be careful not to get a foul here. Morrison loses Trump, goes up for the 2, no good. But Jones-Jennings gets the rebound, steps out of bounds. Oh my goodness, Jones-Jennings with his 22nd rebound, didn't know where he was on the floor. Saigon Heat basketball, 33 seconds. Coach Jason Rabideau does not call timeout. And here we go, Benny. Jai Reyes pressured by Volkov. Almost to travel. Reyes gets it to Palmer, gets it back. He's going to take it all the way. Misses. Howard with the rebound. Goes up.
Justin Howard puts it back in for the time. 16 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if the Slingers can score a basket. Bill Morrison with the ball in his hand. Going up for a shot. And the foul.
Oh my God, folks. I mean, both teams are out of timeouts with 10 seconds left. Philip Morrison takes it in, goes up for the shot, draws Palmer, who is forced to foul Rashad Singleton. One of the 2 biggest free throws of Singleton's ABL career. Right here, 6 seconds left.
And he missed the first shot. Oh my goodness.
And he misses badly. Singleton feeling the boos and the harassment from the Saigon Heat crowd. I can tell him myself wrong.
Butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. That's what he's feeling right now. Let's see. The biggest shot of the game of the season for Rashad Singleton.
The Heat have to bust out. Morrison. Oh my God, folks. That is the biggest 2-point turnaround you will ever see. Singleton misses both free throws. The Saigon Heat have the ball. They try to push it down the floor, but it is stolen by who else but Philip Morrison, who takes it out of control down the lane, and it's a foul call, Benny. 0.7 seconds, I'm in disbelief. Phil Morrison has a chance to assassinate his old team and keep his Slingers in the playoff hunt.
I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but what a technical play by Phil Morrison. He makes a shot.
Oh, and that ball bounced around 3 times, and the Saigon Heat have to set up their play. They're going to have to throw a prayer. In fact, if I was Morrison, I would miss this shot. And he does, and that's the end of the ball game, folks. And in a wild, stunning finish, and Philip Morrison is crying tears, folks. He is so touched that he won the game for his Singapore Slingers. And what a finish we had, Benny.
And that was poor execution of Saigon Heat. They were rushing to get the ball down and turn the ball over. And unfortunately, Philip Morrison gets the ball back. And then he goes down and is fouled, knocks down the free throw, and wins the game for the Singapore Slingers. What a game and what a night here in Ho Chi Minh City.
Benny, we're both standing. We are on our feet along with the rest of the crowd. The Saigon Heat crowd, very disappointed in that ending. They had the game in their hands. They lost it, unfortunately, to their former player, Philip Morrison, who knocked down a clutch free throw. And Benny Tran, the Saigon Heat, will now have lost their 14th game in a row, and the Slingers have stayed in the playoff hunt. From Tom Binh Stadium, this has been an absolute joy commentating this game for you guys. This is Darren Joe and my colleague here, Benny Tran.
Darren, it's been a good time this season.
It has been, folks, and never give up. Don't ever give up. That is the end of it. ABL Action Thursday. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.
Peace out.